yeah, let's get started with it. Hi, Gaurav.
Hey Risha, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm doing absolutely great. So yeah,
So,
let's
yeah,
begin then.
yeah. So, so let's begin with coding question. How many hours do you code in daily basis?
Like nowadays,
Yes, nowadays.
yeah, I mean, I don't like code after my working hour nowadays because I'm quite busy with life right now. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if I'm not that busy, then I used to I do prefer to learn new things apart from my work as well. So, I'm still keep up to date with the whatever new technology is coming. So, but yeah, like nowadays, I don't get some time to do some personal coding and build some personal projects. But yeah, like in my job, I used to code like for 5 to 6 hours a day, apart from keeping aside our meetings and all. So, yeah, that's
Wow,
what I do.
that's great.
Yeah,
5 to 6 hours good.
yeah.
And 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 when do you start your first coding journey, and how do you transit into the Web3?
Oh, nice. So that's a good question. From the very beginning, like when I was a child, when I was in my school is basically, I was really interested in, computer and thing. At that time, I did not know what coding is and what everything and all. But yeah, I was interested in video games. So someday I wanted to build some video games. So that way, like I learned that you need something called coding to build video games and all. So that's how I got introduced to it. But yeah, like due to some family reasons and all, like our family basically could not afford a laptop at the time. So I started very late in actual programming. I started in my final year. In final year of my college, that is the fourth year of my BTech.
Hmm.
I got a computer from my parents, and basically I got a laptop. Then I started learning web development and all. Then yeah, that's how I got started.
Okay, that's how you started. And now let's come into the phase where you search a job and where you search for the internships and anything. So how do you get your first job or client, let's say?
Yeah, my first job. I guess I can start with my first job. Then, finding a job and finding a freelance client is like totally different things. So I want to,
Mm-hmm.
make it like small distinction between both of them. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my first job, I joined my first job as a iOS developer to a company called Codewala. It is an Indian startup, a company basically. It is not a startup. So I was working there for roughly a year, and I was working as a iOS developer. But for some reason, iOS development did not click with me, and I thought, I'm not really enjoying that much. So I thought, I should transition to the front-end web development. So because I was doing front-end web development in my college days also, like in my final year. So that's how I decided it. Apart from that, about Web3, when I was working on my very first job, at that time also, like I got introduced to the Twitter, and obviously at the time on Twitter, like Web3 was a very much trending topic. So
Mm-hmm.
I was introduced to the Web3 as well. So yeah, that's how I got introduced to Web3. And I thought it is a like really cool technology. Like apart from all the crypto things, I really wanted to the one aspect of like Web3 that really clicked my interest. That is the decentralization of the web. That is
Yeah.
something I really wanted to see. Hopefully, we will one day. But yeah, this is something I really motivates me about Web3. So that's how I decided to go deep down into Web3. So yeah,
Okay. In Web3, what you have built?
in Web3. Not so much. Like I'm primarily a front-end web developer at this moment,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like I have built some projects with Solidity and basic Web3 stack like Solidity, EtherJS, and Hardhat. Some minor projects, not too cool, something to brag about, but yeah. Apart from that, I have a very basic knowledge of like basics of Solidity development. I built some smart contracts like stake and everything. But yeah, apart from that, right now I decided to pursue front-end web development, but I wanted to still get involved in Web3. So I
Mm-hmm.
was looking for front-end development role in like some Web3 companies and some Web3 DAOs basically. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I started, as a job hunting in Web3.
Okay. I mean, now you are into the Web3, right? Then the Web3 company.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
how is
it
your
is.
experience right now in that company?
Yeah, it is pretty good. I mean, it is pretty chill. It is a remote organization, first of all, and yeah, I don't know if someone is watching from my company. Hi, and yeah, it is a okay. So yeah, it is a remote company. Like work hours is flexible, unlimited paid time. I mean, it is not going to same for like every company, but in my case, unlimited paid time off, and compensation is also like really good. So I'm
Mm.
really enjoying, and plus the
I
work is like really exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah, I mean, I want to say like what things that you are building in the Web3 in your
right now.
company. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it is a project called Maestro.
mm,
This is basically a middle layer between a graph protocol and a end user. So we are
okay.
basically trying to we're basically trying to ease the access of like data for a user. I mean, we can still use graph to index data and all, and but it is still not very let's say its user interface is, and the experience is not really great. So we are building like a automated like no code solution to that, and yeah, that is our main project right now, and that is something I'm working on.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
And now let's jump into the next question regarding perspective and approaches towards getting into the job, who are seeking
job.
jobs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have did like I have like pretty fair share of like experience in job hunting, some good, some bad, but yeah, I can definitely say some of my insights.
Mm.
So if you really want to know, if I can like reduce all the like all the jargons and everything, and like really condense all the information, I will say if you are a like if you are looking for a job and you are a let's say I can say about like web developer because I'm a web developer right now, right? So if you are a web developer and looking for a job, regardless it is in web 3 or web 2, I will suggest you to build a cool portfolio first, like a personal portfolio,
Okay.
then have some good projects of yours like and listed there properly and very
Mm.
beautifully. Make some people say that your portfolio should not, and don't need to be very beautiful, no need to add some fancy animation, but I don't agree with them because a portfolio is basically in current generation resume, and it should stand out from the others, right? So that's what I
Yeah.
believe in. So I would suggest you guys to put lots of efforts and time into making your portfolio nice, beautiful, and have some good project listed. Make all your case studies, case studies about whatever you work you have done so far, or you if you are a fresher, like whatever projects you have built, and go really in depth into it, and try to explain everything, whatever problem you faced and everything. Try to list it out. Then always, yeah, then always try to reach out to new recruiters and whoever is like hiring for people on LinkedIn or Twitter. I mostly prefer Twitter because I kind of vibe with it, and most of the people I met, interesting people like Iris as well, we met from Twitter. So that's,
Good.
yeah, Twitter is like really great place if you know how to use it. So yeah, whatever say. So yeah, so you can reach out to recruiters on Twitter,
Yeah.
but and everything like just like everyone say, like job hunting is a numbers game. Like you have to send multiple number of like
Yeah.
requests to like different recruiters, and it is okay like if you don't get like selected for first 200 times, you will
Mm.
get selected at 200 and first time. So yeah, don't give up, and that's my only advice. And yeah, also like I was talking about the portfolio, so do whenever you reach out to new recruiter,
Mm.
do mention like what your intention is properly. Don't just say hi, everything, hello, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So do yeah, do mention like first introduce yourself. Do mention your like what you're interested in and like, why you are messaging them, and do send out your portfolio link, and try to keep your message very concise because busy people don't have time to look into very long messages. So that's
Yeah.
what I want to suggest everyone. So yeah,
Got
that's
it.
all. I think it will like really fast track your job hunt process. Like it really did help me.
Yeah. And next question is like delivering the product, delivering the services. If you are suppose you are working as a freelancer, and how you deliver the product or services to the client, from like starting from the coding to delivering the end product.
I did not have too much experience in freelancing. I have only worked with like one or two clients.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can say like I've only worked with like a whole team. Like there is a team and I'm just a member of them. So whatever task they were giving me, I was just pushing them, pushing my code and everything. That's all. And in terms of the difference between a regular job and freelance, for me at least, as I said earlier, like I don't have too much experience in freelancing, so I did not find like too much difference in between like both of the cases. They So yeah, it's pretty similar. Like there is a senior guy who is going to give me some task, and I have to build that web page basically and push that code. So it's pretty similar to a regular job for me.
Okay, and all that code is given to the client.
Yeah. I mean, I was working with the client team actually. I've never worked in like a solo freelance project so far at least.
Okay, in
So
group
yeah,
project.
yeah.
Got it. And now it's time to like, what is your good, bad experience with your company as you are working?
Oh yeah, that's something personal. But yeah, like current company
Yeah, in company
or
that you
any company,
that
yeah.
I could like
So
your perspective and experience that it could be better if they have done this, or it could be something like that.
hmm. I don't know, like my first company was pretty chill, like where I worked as an iOS developer. The only reason I left was, I was not like really liking iOS development at the time. Plus, they were closing down their like remote work policy. So they were like forcing us to come to the office. So, that was not like a big turn off for me. So I decided to, quit that time. But yeah, apart from that, I worked for like few, as I said like earlier, like I worked for few freelance client, and like by freelance client, I mean like it is a DAO. Okay, like Web3 DAO, like decentralized autonomous organizations. I have worked with two major DAOs so far. Like one is Bankless and another one is Forefront. So yeah, they were pretty chill. Like I can't complain anything about them. One more job though I definitely got after that. That's a pretty horrible job. I won't mention the name of that company, but they were pretty horrible. Like they like literally they were overworking their employees, and they literally paid me half the amount they promised me. So yeah, that was pretty no horrible job. So yeah,
Okay,
after that, luckily after studying really hard and following all the tips I have just given you, I got a good company, a good job at this company right now, which I'm working, and I'm really, enjoying the journey here. So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
and
You
no
haven't
complaints on my.
mentioned, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, you haven't mentioned the good things. I mean, good experience.
Good experience. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, good
In my
realization
first,
that anything from company that you.
oh yeah, definitely. So if you can say like that, like in my second, my second freelance gig, which I worked like at Forefront now, I at that time I was not like really experienced with the front end of the. I just knew the basics. I did not know TypeScript. I did not know Next.js and anything, but I still got the job because I was like really excited to work there. So that is something, now I'm really thankful to the people who gave me the job. And yeah, I think this would be a lesson to beginners as well. So like, don't fear if you don't know too much things. Like there is always people going to know more things than
Yeah.
you. Just if you are just comfortable, then just apply. It does not matter. So yeah, I worked at Forefront, and yeah, it was quite good experience. That job, Forefront, like I got referred by one of my friends at Twitter. uh, he referred me to that company. So yeah, like Twitter came again, like Twitter, a big Twitter really helped me, connecting with like really awesome people and getting good clients, good job, and etc. So yeah, and my regarding my current job, yeah, I think it is pretty good. Like everything is super perfect. Like timing is good. Teammates are like really supportive, and I'm right now just leading the front end part of the app. Basically, I'm the solo developer, one man army of
Okay.
the project. So yeah, in the front end at least. So yeah, like it is really good talking with people, and yeah, so much thing I'm
Okay.
learning right now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Got it. And you are right now in front end, and beside the front end, what tech stack that you want to get involved in your free time or after? I mean, you are planning to get into, and why?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, like right now, yeah, I'm doing a front end job right now, but plus I will be like really frank, I don't know too much thing about too many things about the front end as well. So I'm
Mhm.
just keep myself engaged in like upskilling myself, even though I don't get some time outside my work, but within my working hours, I try to learn as much thing as possible regarding front end. May it be new library or any framework or anything, and maybe is an state management or animation library or anything. I try to learn as much as possible, and yeah, that's what I'm doing so far. But I'm really planning to dive deep into the Solidity again, because I wanted to
Nice.
learn like what blockchain is going through right now, because I'm a bit rusty at the blockchain part right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Me too.
Pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah, that's my question. And anything that you want to add on?
Yeah, I think
Besides, like I have missed
I
some.
hope.
I mean, something that you want to add on.
Yeah, definitely. If you like whatever you are like whoever watching this video, and if you really want to learn something, like one thing from this video, I would say that uh, and people and yeah, I hope that you're like your main motivation right now is like job hunting or something, get a remote job. Most of the people I met online or my friends, they always ask me like how did I get a remote job or something. So if you are like really want to know that, then I will suggest like build yourself on like Twitter or somewhere, get a good
Hmm.
following, no matter the number, but make good connections as well. Plus have a good portfolio, know how to talk with people, interact with them, make friends. So that really that will really took you far in your journey. So yeah, and also enjoy the process. I mean, yeah, if you don't enjoy, then it will feel like an extra piece of work to you. So yeah, I will suggest you that as well.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
it will help you guys.
Yeah. Of course, it will. Thank you for being here in this podcast and sharing your amazing journey. So
Thank
yeah,
you for inviting.
thank